In this lab, I'm going to demonstrate creating a very basic service using netcat, just to create a basic network service using systemd, right? So we're going to let systemd manage our service, so it'll run it as a background process or a daemon or a service, right? Similar to Windows. So the first step is I want to write a small script that's going to allow me to run it as a basic network service. So I've written a very, very short, very simple script. You can see it right here. All it's really going to do is there's a variable for a port number. I'm using 9090. You can use any port you like, but you got to make sure whatever port you're using is open on your firewall. Make sure you look at my firewall videos if you're not sure how to do that in Debian. And then down here, all it's going to do is going to run netcat, the nc command, which is netcat. This is written for traditional mode. There's also OpenBSD mode, so this one will work with traditional because it's passing. So with traditional, you would pass the -p for a port. You don't have to do that with BSD, but more importantly, we need to pass a command. So the -c is going to allow it to run this code. So basically, every time it gets a request through netcat, a line of text is sent, it's just going to pass it to this command and run this command. So all this command is going to do is read each line in the request, and if somebody typed who, it's going to send back the output of the who command. If they type CPU, it'll send back the output of the uptime command. If they type exit, it's just going to exit from this loop and kill the little script. So pretty basic. This is just, you type who, it's going to tell you who's logged into the server that you're connecting to with netcat. So a really basic script. So if I wanted to test that on my server, I've copied that file up to my server using Notepad++. I set up with SSH. I have another video that shows how to do that. So I'm going to use that /server.sh. It's the name of my file. So that'll start my little script. Then I'll come over here, and I should be able to connect to it with netcat on port 9090. So if I type who, it's going to output who's logged into my server. CPU tells me the CPU time, right? The CPU usage on my server. I'll type exit, and it disconnects. Come back over here. When I'm kind of done testing this, I can hit Ctrl+C, which will stop it. So pretty basic. So we know this works, so we can move on to the next step, which is setting this up as a service.